Hi guys, my name is Uche and welcome back to my channel. Guys, I know I've been MIA for a very long time, but in my defense I had final exams. Yeah, so I'm a medical graduate. Guys, so I mean that's enough excuse, right? Anyway, on today's video I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of studying in Poland. So if you're interested in knowing what the pros and cons are, then keep on watching. I apologize if the lighting is bad. It's evening and I've been busy all freaking day trying to arrange for my graduation and everything, so please pardon me. But anyways, if you don't know, I'm a medical graduate of Wrocław Medical University. It means that I've been studying here in Poland for 6 years, and I think I can, you know, based on my experience, discuss about the pros and the cons of studying here in Poland. Bear in mind that these are my own personal opinions, and yeah, people's experiences might differ, but I feel like these are general pros and cons, and if you've been here for a while, you might agree with me. All right, so I'm going to start with the cons and then end with the pros, so that we end this video on a good positive note. Okay guys, the first con I'm going to be talking about would be your temporary residence permit. Guys, it's also known as the Karta Pobytu here in Poland. Guys, that ID card, that ID card is like the most talked about problem here. Now, I don't know if it's a national problem, but I know specifically here in Wrocław, it's really difficult to get it. I don't know why. Even as a student, one would think that, okay, if you're a student, it will be easier, but honestly, it's the same scenario, it's the same situation for us as students. It's even worse because you have to go to the immigration office, the Urząd Wojewódzki, the immigration office. You have to go there really early in the morning in order to get like a ticket. Otherwise, if you go there later, tickets are done, they're finished. Like it's a mess, guys. It's a mess. It's so problematic that some people have even resorted to suing the office itself, you know. So generally, what most people do to combat this issue is that they get the services of an agency, so that they don't have to go through this whole process of going to, you know, meet face to face with the immigration officer, the Urząd officials. So they just pay the agencies and get that sorted out. I mean, that's good if you have enough money to spare, but if you don't, then it's going to be a problem, and yeah, it's just problematic. So the second con for me would be loneliness. Honestly, especially if you're part of the minority group like I am, there aren't enough blacks here in my university specifically. Maybe in other universities, in other campuses there are, but in my university specifically, there aren't enough blacks, there aren't enough Nigerians, you know, because, you know, it's good and nice to socialize, to meet other people, but there's this oneness that comes with people of the same culture, people of the same beliefs as you or similar, and unfortunately we don't really have that a lot. I mean, it's better now compared to 6 years ago when I came. It's better now, and the Nigerians here are making conscious efforts to organize events, you know, meetups, so that people can get to know each other, you know who you can call in case you're in trouble or something like that. So it's way better, but generally it can be a bit lonely. So guys, the third con I'm going to be talking about would be the issue of language barrier. Now, studying in Poland generally, like, okay, for instance, I'm paying to study in English, right? Good and fair, that's nice, but depending on the course that you are studying, you may feel the impact of language barrier more than the other course, if I'm making any sense. For instance, I studied medicine, and we all know that medicine is a very interactive profession. Like, you have to be able to talk to your patient in order to know what is wrong. You have to have good bedside manners. You have to be interactive. You have to talk with people, and if you're unable to speak with the nationals here, by the way guys, the official language is Polish, so if you're unable to speak Polish or understand Polish, then there's that friction. Although the teachers here try their best to translate, and you know, it's good, but there's this, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not as good as when you hear the patient explain it in their own words. And also the practice of history taking as well might also be lacking, because you're unable to get the information directly from the patient, also your bedside manners, things, just all these little things that can, you know, mold you into this perfect doctor. It's not just specific to here in Poland, it's just, I feel like it's general. It's kind of a problem that you face in other non-English speaking countries. So if you're practicing any course that requires you to interact with the nationals of a particular country, it's language can be a problem. And I feel like most schools, I don't know, maybe people wouldn't agree with me with this, what I'm about to say, but I feel like most schools that are in non-English speaking countries should make, you know, the knowledge of their language compulsory by your clinical year. So that will be 4th, 5th, 6th year. So you can use your preclinical years to do your biochemistry, and also learn the language of the country, so that by 4th year you write your exam, that language exam, making sure that you are certified in this language, because that will force students to actually know the language. Otherwise, like, you know, you get lazy sometimes, you know, you don't really. But if it's a compulsory, you know, if it's compulsory, the students would actually do it, and that would improve everybody's like life. So that's all for the cons. Now for the pros, I'll say that the cost of living here in Poland is it's not too bad, honestly. Like, you can earn a decent living, you can live in you have roof over your head without actually breaking the bank. There are different jobs for different levels of qualifications. You don't have to be like extremely educated to be able to get, like, provide food on your table, roof over your head. Like, you just live you can live a decent life here, as opposed to other countries like UK or Germany that use euros or pounds, things like that. So here it's very affordable. You can be a bit comfortable. You can be comfortable here without breaking the bank, in my opinion. The second pro is that the teachers are very friendly. Like, if they see that you're willing to learn, you want to learn, you are interested in that particular course, or you're just interested in learning generally, they're open to teaching you, they're open to showing you the way, they are even open to allowing you to join them on their shifts, despite the fact that you don't speak the language. I mean, it would be nicer if you could speak the language, but that's not a hindrance. You just have to indicate interest and they'll allow you. They're very open. Okay, so the third pro, I don't know if this is actually a pro, but I would say that it's not compulsory for you to write the state exam I'm talking as a medical student right now. So in some countries you have to write the state exam in order to graduate from the medical school, but here in Poland you don't have to. Like, you just write your final exams, you're done, and you can go to any country that you please. You know, if you want to go back home, like I'm from Nigeria, if you want to go back to Nigeria, you can. If you want to go to any country, you can. You don't have to write the state exam here in Poland. So depends on how you take it. Is it a pro, is it a con? Depending on you, it depends on you. The thing is that if you write the state exam, then you are licensed to practice here in Poland. You get your license, you can practice here, but it depends. Like, is it a pro, is it a con for you? It just depends on how you view it. The last pro for me would be the availability of jobs. Like, it's not that easy to combine studying with working, but it's possible and it can happen here because there are available jobs, especially during the summer. So during your summer break, you can find jobs that are, you know, they're very physically demanding, but I mean, they do pay. So yeah, you can study and work at the same time, or you can study and work during the summer period, or you can even travel, because you're living here in Poland, you have your Karta Pobytu by God's grace. If you have it, you can travel outside of Poland and also work outside. So I mean, Poland is like an access to the rest of Europe. So yeah, that's a pro for me. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I rushed this video, but honestly it's getting dark and I don't know, I feel like the lighting is already changing. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I will try my best to keep releasing more content now that I'm done with exams, I'm done with school. Scary. I'm done with school. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.